This is a legislative body. These people handle all your social services. These people, if they want to, if they're elected, they can make transportation happen. A lot of those people in the city council talking about they can make transportation happen. I don't really know, but these people can't. Yeah. Okay? These people handle the indigenous care for the hospital when you ain't got no insurance. They make sure that they get a lot of federal dollars. Okay? But let me tell you what kind of power they have. They have to get 4 votes, so they need to have coalition building skills. They got to get 4 votes to get something done. They have a county administrator that work for them. Okay, so if the executive branch, the county administrator not working right, they can change that.
And the county attorney too.
And the county attorney as well. All right? So you've got an idea what this is all about. This is one of the fastest growing counties in the state of Florida. And they got one of the biggest budgets. All right, so let's go. We're going to start with Mark and Timer. 45 seconds. Open the box. Get in the quick.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mark Nash. I am a Democrat running for the Board of County Commission here in Hillsborough County. I grew up in Brandon, Florida. This is my hometown. This is my home community. As Jarvis mentioned, we have 1.4 million people in Hillsborough County. By 2030, there will be another 600,000 people in our county, taking us to 2 million, and the region will grow by another 1.5 million to 2 million people. Can you imagine driving on the roads that we have today with that many more people in the community? I've been involved in local government since the mid-2000s, 2005, 6, and 7. I look forward to hearing your questions. Thank you very much.
All right, we're going to try to get it quiet down out there. Please, put that door, King over a little bit. All right. Let's have. Okay. All right.
I'm Mariella Smith. I'm running for County Commission, District 5, countywide. I am endorsed by U.S. Congresswoman Kathy Castor, our County Commissioner Pat Kemp, and other community leaders. And these people, Kathy Castor, Pat Kemp, they're saying I'm the best qualified for this position because I've worked with them for many, many years on issues important to our community: growth management, transportation, environmental protection. I want to fix our transportation problem, do affordable housing, improve our schools, and make better jobs, bring better jobs with better wages to our community. I'll always stand for equality and human rights. It's important to work against discrimination at the local level. And the person we're running against is not good on that. I will be.
All right.
My name is Andrew Davis. I'm running for County Commission District 4, which is East Hillsborough County there. Goes all the way from Plant City all the way down to Sun City and Ruskin there. Biggest issue in my part of the county really is the overdevelopment. I'm going right after developers. They only pay half the impact fees they should compared to counties that are right above us, right below us. And they're still got plenty of growth going on there, so it's not going to stop the growth. But it's going to give us the money we need to build schools, fire departments, fix the roads, do the kind of things we need. The second thing I'll touch on real quick, because it's the most asked question I ever get, the Ray Stadium. I am very against the Ray Stadium. I do not want the Ray Stadium in Ybor. I want jobs in Ybor and East Tampa. I also want a grocery store for the people of Ybor and East Tampa, because I talk to people in that area and they're going over down to downtown to get groceries. That's ridiculous in this day and age. That's got to happen.
Elvis?
Well, I'm Elvis Spigot, running for Hillsborough County Commission, District 5. Been pastoring here for 12 years. And I'm most definitely running because we need diversity on the Board of County Commissions. You need some people that have many other ideas. The ones I'm running against, of course, they're going to talk about transit. But I want to most definitely know how many people have ever had to deal with going to the social services at 4 o'clock in the morning to get a bill paid. And you have to sit there and still may not get help. We need some people that is in touch with what's going on, and you need some people to talk about economic development, get the people back to work, even the felons that have made a mistake and came home. Let's get them back to work. And that's how you eliminate much crime and different things going on. Because if you're hungry, you're going to eat.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Hi, I'm Kim Overman. I'm running for County Commission District 7, which is a county-wide seat, and I'm the only candidate from District 7 here. I actually have been a volunteer in this county, as well as living in the middle of the city, actually in District 3, doing transportation work on the CAC for the EFPO, doing the budget for the City of Tampa. Thank you, Lisa, for appointing me. And actually also serving as on the Housing Finance Authority as an appointment for Phyllis Buzansky many years ago. The woman who actually created our indigent health program. I believe in service. I believe in actually the people that sit in the chair serving our community. And I've been doing that as a small business owner for 20 years. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, let's start with...
One more.
One more, we got one more, okay, sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Hi, I'm Joe Cottis, running for County Commissioner, District 5 at large. And unlike these ladies and gentlemen, you're all going to hear us say basically the same thing on transportation, housing, you name it. We're all going to work on it because that's what you're electing us to do to solve your problems. But what makes me unique from them is that my whole life has been public service. In the 60s, I was involved in the civil rights movement. I was a freedom driver. I drove people. We went down to Washington for the march in August to see here Martin Luther King. I was there in the crowd, the hundreds of thousands of people that were there. If anybody doesn't believe it, I'm sorry, the people I could verify it, Bob Gilder and Moses White, they're no longer alive, and they were good friends of mine. But I can describe Washington and what that was like at the time. I can tell you exactly how hot that day was. Also, I'm a...
Joe. So I want to make sure you get the question answered.
Okay, my question was actually for the school board, but being just standing here, I really wanted to get the question out. Like, what do they plan on doing about our curriculum that they have in place? Because they're not teaching our children who they are. Yep. They're lying to them, miseducating our children for all these years. I went to public schools. We were miseducated and lied to. Okay, number one, we are not minorities. We are the majority of this planet. Everything in here started out looking like me standing up here on this planet. So we've never been a minority, ever. And I want to make that point because many of us don't even know that you're not a minority.
All right, the brother got his editorial out.
Yes, sir.
All right, not to the business of the county commission. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry about we didn't get the school board. Let's go to Beth Shute.
Okay, so I want to know where each of you stand, and I already heard it from Andrew, but where you stand on the stadium, because I believe that the stadium, our public tax dollars should not be going to fund millionaires and billionaires and developers who are going to benefit, and sitting county commissioners who are going to benefit from it.
Yes.
And it is not economic empowerment for all the community. It is only going to be for some of the community, and I want to know where each of you stand on our dollars.
Real simple. We can do this real quick, okay? Where you stand. Don't give me no editorial. Just say up or down on the statement. Up or down.
Down, that's the way you have to answer.
Yeah, that's what. No, we gotta move quick. Up or down. Up or down.
Down as can be.
Up or down.
Down.
Up or down.
The current plan, I'm not in favor of.
All right. Up or down.
Down.
And this has all been recorded. We're going to hold you to it.
All right.
All
right, I'll whisper.
I'm already about to answer my question. So, my question is about
County Commission.
County Commission. This is about the county attorney. More for the bids are decided by the county attorney, and from what I've been heard is that the county attorney has a set amount of people that they give certain bids to. A lot of those bids are not really given to the minority; they're given back to the same company. What are you guys preparing to do about that?
All right, let's start with Joe.
Well, I'm a former county commissioner, okay? And when I was on the commission before, we looked at all the contractors, and I was one of the ones that insisted that minority businessmen should be putting bids into the county and we should be giving them consideration. I already have a track record in support of minority businesses to build up our community.
Okay, Mark.
So Stanley, thank you.
The question is, he's saying that the county attorney is doing a good old boy. Keep it real, a good old boy network, giving the contracts to good old boys. What you gonna do to break up the good old boy network if that's true with the county attorney? Let's don't sugarcoat this now. Let's keep it real. Let's make it happen. Mark.
So again, Stanley, I appreciate the question. Until Joe showed up, I was the only candidate that's actually served on the Board of County Commissioner. I was Kevin Beckner's Chief of Staff for his first 18 months in office in 08, 09, and 10. So the way that actually works is the procurement department decides, they do the weighted scale on the bidding, and that comes before the collective board to decide who to pick. realistically, the county attorney doesn't play a key role in that space.
All right, that may be a question, but Mark, so we're gonna do some research on that. Smith?
Right. I've been a voice for the people, speaking against special interests for the 20 years I've been a community activist. I am definitely going to look at, and Mark's right, the commission does eventually approve all those bids. And I would do that with an eye towards including minority businesses, including union businesses, and making sure that the wages are a good level and the benefits are a good level. I think we should give extra points to businesses that do that.
All right, before you ask the question, I want to just add real quickly, he made an accusation that the county attorney has got a good over there for. So if you're elected, would you look into that? Add that to your answer.
It's not an accusation. I noticed when I went to
It's okay, it's okay, Stanley. It's okay, Stanley. We ain't got no documentation to prove it right now. so right now, in this space, it's out there.
First off, when elected, any accusation like that I'll look into immediately because that needs to be taken care of right off the bat. As far as who gets contracts from the county, it should be first off anybody who is paying a living wage to every single one of their workers. That should be looked at immediately. I do not want that going to the people that are literally making money off our county and not giving back to the community. And we need to also spread it out so not one company has so much power on the county like that. It needs to be spread out amongst various companies all throughout. That way it helps all throughout the entire county, not just one or two companies here and there.
Mr. Big, let us come back online. Seniors coming out.
Well, I think the first thing you have to do to stop the good old boy system, you can't be elected, you can't elect a good old boy. And so I think the very thing about it is we always minimize our power. We try to minimize things when it's time for questions. But at the end of the day, we make that approval. We make that decision, and it will be a no approval. If you cannot include, you'll never get a yes vote from me. At the end of the day, we're going to make it known that this is what's necessary. And again, as I said, and I mean it, and I'll speak truth to power, you cannot be a part of it in order to change it.
All right, time. All right.
Okay, I'm just going to stay here because it's just...
That's okay. Do your thing,
for this wonderful woman who's...
Well, it's not difficult.
Honestly, I think it is important that we actually have contracts that require hiring minorities and union and making sure that people have a livable wage. The problem we have is we have no accountability to make sure that the contracts that are issued are in fact being met. So they are in the language, in some of the language within our contracts to contract out work, but there is no accountability in making sure that the contracts, once they're issued, are following through on those contracts and the requirements to make sure that not only minorities are hired, but union workers as well.